This last video is sort of the most difficult one because it concerns what the future holds, and obviously nobody knows what the future holds. But practicing in immigration law for 25 years, I have seen lots and lots of changes, as you can imagine. Many of the changes come through technology. Right now, most of the applications are created and filed online. The client meetings are done online, and now in the time of COVID, when I'm doing this video, the court hearings are all done via video chat. So that's been a huge difference with immigration. Back when I started practicing law, everything was done by paper. A lot of it handwritten paper. You actually had forms with carbon copies on them. So there's been that. Then, of course, there's the changing political situation based on who's in charge and what party tends to run Congress and Senate. We see different immigration priorities come to light. Sometimes the immigrations are more restrictionist, as they are now. I give this lecture under the ending days of, or the final days of the Trump administration for the first term, and we've seen executive orders. Obama created DACA, and Trump is trying to reverse DACA. So we see a lot of executive orders. We see a lot of legislation. There's been a push to focus more on merit-based immigration, workers, etc., and give lesser priorities or make lesser visas available for family members. So there's always those kinds of debates. Not to mention what happens at the border and the wall and things of that nature. There's been discussions of further restrictions on H-1B and employment-based visas to try to favor U.S.-born and permanent resident workers. So politics is constantly changing, and that's always shifting. And then there's current events. Right now, during the midst of the coronavirus, we're seeing that immigration offices are being shut down, the courts are being postponed, and there's been a massive amount of furloughed people. Documents that are filed are not getting responded to quickly at this point. And there's been automatic deadlines. So if you had you were given a deadline to submit a document, in many situations due to the pandemic, there have been rules where your deadlines have been extended because people are having a tough time getting work out when they can't work with full staffs to get into their offices. So these are just some of the things that I've seen recently. It's always changing. You never know what's out there. Stay on top of it. I suggest you visit the uscis.gov website frequently, monitor legislation, watch the news. If you speak Spanish, the Telemundo and the Spanish language stations have lots of immigration stories in their newscasts, far more than others. So stay on top of things, and hopefully you'll be able to keep on top of business immigration changes and practices. I hope this has been a enlightening course, and certainly link in with me, Alex Lubarsky, or email or call me if you have any questions, and stay in touch. And good luck with your future in the human resources world. Thanks again.